Today, we're taking the S3 to its first ever car meet. This car has proven itself and come a very long way since the first time I picked it up. Later in the video, we'll be doing some stuff to the car, but for now, I really wanted to take a chance to sort of step back and really appreciate how far it's actually come. To say the least, this thing hasn't been the cheapest to maintain, but I've absolutely fallen in love with it. When I first got this car, it was missing a couple parts and it had some sketchy stuff done to it, so we spent a little bit of time resurrecting those sort of issues. Yes, the passenger window still doesn't work and the tail shaft is still rubbing on our exhaust, but I think we've still made some serious progress with this thing. Just to list a few things this car was missing when we first bought it, we didn't even have a clutch switch in this car, so we've gone ahead and installed a new one of those. The roll bar, which we've now installed, and we also got a heat shield down on the exhaust manifold as well. It's still missing the secondary water pump that should be down there, but we'll get onto that in a future video. In terms of maintenance items, we've gone ahead and replaced the alternator, the thermostat, the oil cooler, and even the dog bone mount. But we can't forget about these gorgeous 17-inch RPF ones that we put on this thing. I think it really wraps it all up together. We need to lower this thing though. On top of all of that, we've gone ahead and replaced the brake booster line and the map sensor, so we're actually making boost now. When I got this car, it was making nothing. We've also done some rewiring and some soldering, as I found a lot of things have been either snipped up or done up dodgy, including things like that, which I'll definitely be touching up on down the line. Last but definitely not least, we've gone ahead and actually installed a boost gauge on this thing. With all that said and out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get this thing cleaned up before the car meet. Believe it or not, this is actually the first time I'm giving this thing a proper hand wash since owning it. So let's get to it. The car has scrubbed up really nicely. It does need some touch up in a couple panels like the bumpers and the bonnet and the roof and everything like that. Other than that, let's head to this car meet. I'll see you soon then.
Yeah, a bit, man.
Yeah, easy.
Sweet. Cool.
Lands on it.
I don't know if you guys actually recognize, but this is Ben's car. we've seen this car before at Euro Nationals as well. He is local from here, so it's good to see this thing back out again. Last time it wasn't actually running pretty well, and he's just got it back and running again, so it's looking pretty good. Got a little Mark IV GCI next to my S3 and a Pirelli Edition Mark V. All really nice cars. But taking some photos, and then we're probably going to head out for a bit of a cruise, and then we're going to head back to the shed and actually do some stuff to the S3.
This is fried. A 12-inch wide rears on the back.
You're on exactly the same as the boys got it here.
Yeah.
But we'll just 3 hour.
Hey.
It looks so good. Oh, the bonnet though? I don't know.
I'm still not too sure about it, but
Yeah, no, it looks good though. I love the colour. You need to do these rough strips.
carbon.
No, you need to do them blue.
Yeah.
Carbon strip.
We
But
left
looks
it.
good,
We
though.
left it black because we weren't too sure. We were like,
Yeah.
because I got spare, I can go back and do it.
Yeah,
and then in
I love the rear end now. It looks good.
it looks so clean. Hey?
Yeah.
And then all I need to do is that little bit there. But
It's
honestly,
not too bad.
it's only when the sun hit like it's a
Bro,
certain
you're
angle.
nitpicking at it because it's your car.
And I did it, so I'm going to notice it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you probably didn't notice that until I said it.
No. I mean, I
Exactly.
only just saw the rear end, but it looks too bad. It looks good, bro. It's not too bad.
The rear end looks clean. I thought the red lights wouldn't look as good, but actually don't look too bad.
It looks good, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this car. We've seen it on the channel a few times. This is actually Blade's Mark V GTI. It's actually used to be black, as you guys might be able to tell, and now it's blue, looking really good. I don't know. I don't know how I dig it. Is it actual carbon though? That's the real. It's just stuff on carbon. That's okay. That's okay. Well,
It just looks in it like, not that I should have, because
okay, so it's the next day. We're actually at the tyre shop to get some new tyres on the Polo. This thing is in need of some new front tyres. Just right here, you can kind of see it's starting to crack on the bottom here and on the sidewall, and we're pretty much out of tread as well. So getting some new tyres, and then once we get some new tyres on this thing, we'll head over to the shed and start doing some work on the S3. Someone a bit familiar? My guy. Okay, tires are all done. Let's head back to the shed and I can show you guys what we're doing to the S3 today. So we're back at the shed now, and over the past couple of days I've realized a lot of the lights on the S3 are actually currently out, and we're getting a prompt on the dash. Luckily, Auxito has sent out some LEDs for the S3 to try out, so why not? Let's go install them. I think they're a 10mm variant. Okay, so now that we've got this out, we can just take out the old ones, put in the new ones, and then we can chuck it back in and do the other side, and then we can see how these things look. Let's check these lights out. Damn! That's definitely much brighter. I mean, even the camera's picking that up. The reverse light's super bright, obviously. So there's the difference compared to the halogen and the Auxito LED ones. They're really, really good. Much brighter, and people will be able to actually see me at night time. Obviously, these ones also have a canvas relay in them, so they actually don't end up flashing really quickly, because a lot of LEDs don't have that resistor on them, and they start flashing really quickly. So now that we've done this side, let's go ahead and do this side, so then they're both matching. Now Blade over here with his Mark V, you guys have seen this scuff a few times before. It was completely black, and we will be wrapping those rub strips on the doors a little later, but we've gone ahead and actually wrapped the eyebrows sort of things for the headlights right now, and we'll go ahead and install those and see how they look. Follow this line. I know you obviously had them here before.
Yeah. How can we follow that line?
I think this is better though.
Follow the body line there.
Okay, so they're all installed now. Let's see what it looks like with the bonnet closed. Is that closed?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks so much better.
Yeah, that looks good.
And it follows the bonnet line sort of a little bit better compared to than it did before.
Yeah.
What a happy little Mark 5, eh? Angry Mark 5.
Your number plate name?
Yeah. Custom plates.
Definitely. Yeah.
So the rear taillights are now all installed. They did also send us out some front indicators and parkers, and they also went out of the way and sent me out some high beams that I really wanted to install, but the only issue with them is that the fans on the back of them are a little bit too big for the back casing on this S3. So I don't really feel like cutting out the back plate for the headlight to just fit them in, and I'd rather not. That's the only issue though. I've had no issues with these lights, and they're actually really, really good quality stuff. So if you want some for yourself, go ahead and use the link down below. You do get 15% off. And honestly, it's cheaper to buy them through there than any other place I've actually noticed. So I just thought I'd be completely honest about them. Honestly, the products are really, really good, but I just don't want to sort of sell you guys or tell you guys anything that I wouldn't believe in. I'm not getting paid to say any of this, so I'm just telling you my honest opinion. So other than that though, let's go ahead and install those indicators and parkers. Out with the old and in with the new ones. Honestly, these globes, fantastic. Yep. This one's definitely blown. Little wire between the two, and you can see the little black sort of edge on the bulb. Let's go install the new one. Let's see how these things look. Yeah, that's definitely a lot brighter, and I prefer the clear look for the parkers as well compared to the sort of amber light. It's much brighter and more visible, and it looks a lot cleaner, to be honest. I need to get some side indicators. Definitely, I actually noticed that this side is actually broken, so I've ordered some new ones, so then this isn't just sort of hanging there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that and do this side. thought I might have to take the charcoal canister out and the washer bottle, but I think I just might be able to take this out without doing all that stuff. So just squeeze my hand in there and feel around, I guess. That's out now. There's the indicator. Just twist that out, replace it with a new one. Push it back in. We'll try this way without the rest of the plug on it. Hopefully I don't drop it down in there. Definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be. Alrighty. It's in now. Just get this plug back on now. And then we should be good. There we go. Plugged in. Just need to replace the parker. And then we're good to go. Just a bit of a tight squeeze again. Definitely would have been easier with this washer bottle. I'm gonna definitely regret taking that out, but that's alright. Alright, I've caved. I think I'm just gonna take this washer bottle out. I can't seem to get my hands past and in there, and I think I might have just found the bolt. So let's take this thing out and see if we can get this parker light done. Definitely worth having a magnet around. Look at that. Got that bolt. Sorry, that nut, sorry, my bad. Incorrect terminology, Bev. Okay, so I have the charcoal canister out, the power steering reservoir sort of unbolted and loose. And I got the washer bottle sort of unbolted, but I didn't realize how many things are actually attached to that bottle. Now I actually have a golf washer bottle right here, and this is what I'm used to, whereas there's just a level sort of sensor and a little motor on the side of it, and then it just comes straight out. But kind of forgot how much there is actually on this thing. There's an extra sensor on the back of it, and it also is attached to the headlight washers as well. I think I'm just gonna sort of wiggle it about and try to squeeze my hand in there to get that parker out. But if this doesn't tell you how much of a pain it is to just do anything on this S3, I don't know what will tell you, because I mean, I've done a bit of work and a lot of things are not too bad on this thing, to be honest, but just the little finicky little things, and if I had smaller hands it probably wouldn't be an issue, but yeah, just in cramped sort of tight spots, not really great. There we go. Parker number 2, finally out. That wrecked me, not gonna lie. I mean, I'd much rather that side where I can just take out the battery. If this was easy to take out, I'd probably have it all done by now, but yeah, I'm not gonna detach that headlight washer and a whole bunch of other things just to do this parker. There we go. All done. Let's get these bolts back together. The LEDs are in and the engine bay is now back together. Now there's one thing that I really wanted to talk about before we go ahead and take this thing for a test drive. I mentioned in the previous video that the tail shaft is still rubbing against the downpipe. The downpipe and that all issue was a thing from day one ever since I picked this thing up. Now that the car's actually running better, it's actually getting a little bit worse. So we're definitely going to be doing that exhaust system very, very soon. But before I go ahead and actually do that, I wanted to address 2 little issues before we actually do the exhaust. Number 1, the engine mounts. The engine mounts are sagging, so the engine is actually sitting a lot lower in the bay, and in turn, the exhaust is also sitting very, very low, which is part of the reason why it could be rubbing against that tail shaft. And whilst we're there, I also wanted to do the timing, because I don't know how long ago the timing was done, and just to save my peace of mind, I'm doing timing on this thing as well. So I'm waiting on those parts, and we'll definitely be doing timing and engine mounts in the next video, and then after that we'll get a new exhaust system done on this S3. And I can't wait to finally hear some engine noises. I'm really excited to have this thing running how it should be. It's a lot of work to, restore something like this. It's a complicated, fast 23-year-old car now. Should be pretty good. And then once we get all the maintenance and everything out of the way, we can go ahead and do some proper mods, like maybe, lowering this thing, because that is unacceptable. I actually really want to lower this thing and get it handling really, really good. So other than that, enough talking. Let's go take this thing for a bit of a drive. gotta let it configure it itself because we did disconnect the battery. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a second and wait for that little module to stop squealing, so it actually, you can hear it just right now. Let's start her up. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's pretty bad, but let's get going. Let's go. We have a little light on our screen. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with the fact that our indicators are flashing really fast. Because the LEDs don't take as much voltage as normal halogen lights, I think it's freaking out thinking that there's no light actually inside of our headlights. So I think that's why it's freaking out, and I think maybe our front indicators aren't actually campers because they shouldn't flash that fast. So I mean, other than that, they do work and they're bloody bright. I mean, compared to the factory like sort of halogen ones, but I have no complaints. And in terms of those high beams, again, most LED companies, it's not really Auxito, like most LEDs require you to have some sort of cooling system like that on the back of them, because LEDs do heat up quite a bit. So it was no necessarily like an issue with Auxito's ones. They're all really like that. So and it's just up to my preference. I could have gone and actually installed those, I just chose not to. We probably didn't need to take this thing for a bit of a drive just to after installing some LEDs, but I wanted to drive this thing before we have it apart for maybe the next week or so, doing all the timing and the engine mounts and taking the exhaust off and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to take a little second to enjoy this car and how far it's come so far before we make some decent upgrades and changes to this thing. Because I mean, we're gonna have some stiffer mounts, timing's gonna be done, the exhaust, and maybe a couple other things that I'll leave as a bit of a secret for later on videos. But it's such a good car, so fun. Those boost noises are never get old on these 1.8Ts. I absolutely love these things. So good. Anyways, let's keep driving. Man, I love driving this S3. It is such a blast. It makes such great noises. It's just amazing. I love this thing so much, and I can't wait to do those engine mounts and the timing and finally get an exhaust done on this thing, because that scraping noise is an absolute headache. But it's a work in progress, and I'm so happy with the way that this thing has come along. If you guys want to see more content on the S3, make sure to subscribe down below. If you want to get some Auxito lights for yourselves, make sure to use my code down below or the link, and that'll give you 15% off the Saw Wide. But as always, thank you guys so much for sticking around for yet again another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.